quick overview of how to make animations using Google Slides. To find Google Slides, you go to your Gmail account, go to the Apps button, click on Slides, open a blank slide, you could use themes, you don't need to for this. The first slide that's given has text boxes. You can use text boxes in your animations. For right now, we're going to get rid of those. And I want a blank slide. I'm going to click on the thumbnail view, press delete on my keyboard to get rid of it. I can create a new slide here. To find the blank one, the arrow beside the plus gives me all of these options. Blank is at the bottom, right, middle. Now I have a blank canvas. To start, I'm going to find a background image for the characters or whatever I'm going to put in here to move around in front. You could have a white background if you want. I'm going to insert images from the internet. You have to be cautious what you do with these images. If you try to create something and promote it as your own for profit, you could be doing harm to yourself by copyright infringement. You can limit your searches to copyright-free images. For the purposes of this, I'm just going to find images from the internet that will fit what I want to do today. I go to Insert, Image, Search the Web. I want a background scene, let's say maybe a field or a landscape scene. And just peruse through. If you're not finding what you like right away, you can narrow down your search with what word you type in. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to drag it over and it will appear on my canvas. I could click here, notice the blue and white check, and I could click insert, it would do the same thing. I'm going to close this out to give a broader view. I like to move the image into the lower right corner. The red lines will help you to snap it into place. I'm going to expand it out all the way to the left side. Now as you notice, it went above my canvas area. The thumbnail view is showing what it looks like in the slide itself. I like to crop mine exactly to fit. I'm going to go to crop. I'm going to move the top bar down. It gives me a transparent view. I can see the edge of my canvas. I'm going to move the line back up to that edge, press enter, and now it is cropped to fit. There are other ways to go about that. That is the quickest, simplest way that I like to do it personally. Now, you can enter text by use of text boxes. You could put a title here. You could do other things. If I wanted to put a title in, I could go to text box, draw my rectangle, or however I want it to be. I am ready to type my title. I'm going to select my words, change the color to maybe white so that it will show up a little better, make them a bit bigger. Center my text here. I could change my font. And let's see, maybe something like that, whatever you want to choose. Now I can center it further by clicking here. A red line will appear when it's centered. And that's about the right position. Now, since I put in words, when I go to animate it, if this only appears in one slide, it will be just a blip according to the speed of your animation. So I like to copy slides about 7 times when I enter text. Now, if there were more words to read, I would probably double that by 14 or whatever. For this title, I'm going to duplicate it about 7 times. I'm going to click here. Now for Mac, you hold Control and click for right click. On a PC, you just right click. And when you right click on the thumbnail view, you have these options. Duplicate slide is one. That's what we need to do. And I'm going to right click, duplicate slide, and again, and again, and again, again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now when it's animated, my viewer will have a chance to read the words. I could go in and add special effects to my words, format options, drop shadow, press this arrow, gives you your options. You can change the color of it. You can make it more or less transparent. Change the angle, the distance from my words. How blurry it is. And close, and there you have it. Now, I'm going to want some characters or objects to start entering my animation. I'm going to duplicate this again. Right click, duplicate slide. I'm going to delete my words now. I'm going to click on the text box, click on the edge, press delete, it will go away. Now I'm going to insert another image. Search the web. I want a spaceship. And I want no background around my spaceship so that the background image that I chose will show around the image that I place on top. So I'm going to type in transparent background. Oftentimes it will appear here. You can click here. Not all of these images that come up will have a transparent background. Most of them will. You just have to transfer it over and see if it still has a white rectangular square around it or another part of a background image. And I think I will choose this one. I can drag it over. And again, you can click and insert. I can see my background image around it, so it's usable. Close this for my view space to broaden. I'm going to size it down a bit. And I want it to come in from the left side. You could have it coming in from the top or right or wherever. You could make it really small back here in the background and make it larger, larger, larger until it appears closer to you, or the opposite, however you want to do it. I'm going to have it come in from the left. You see in your thumbnail, you can only see that little right side tip of it. I'm going to right click and duplicate. I'm going to move it inward a little bit because I'm going to want it to come and end up in the middle. So I'm going to right click and duplicate again. moving it a little bit of an increment at a time. The less you move it per slide, the smoother your animation is going to look. But it can get quite cumbersome with many, many slides. It just depends on your end purpose and what you want it to look like. Now you can move it small increments at a time, and to make sure that it stays level with where you began, you can press the arrow keys on your keyboard. I can press the right arrow, left arrow, up arrow, down arrow. So I'm going to delete that one, and I'm going to go back here to this one. Right click, duplicate. So I'm going to click on the image and use my right arrow this time, just a few times. Right click, duplicate, click, over, and eventually it would end up here. I'm going to skip a few slides, duplicate, and just start moving it over a bit more at a time. Duplicate, move, duplicate, move, duplicate, move. All right, that's about where I want it. Now, I am going to put other images in here. I want an alien to come out of the spaceship. I want it to appear that a light is coming from below the spaceship. I'm going to pick Google Draw, which is incorporated into Google Slides. I'm going to draw a shape, an oval shape, underneath, like so. I'm going to take the outline off. I'm going to color it. Now I could customize this color. Increase the transparency, decrease the transparency of it. And that's about the way I want it. Now I'm going to duplicate this slide, and I'm going to find my alien. Just select there, alien, and let's say maybe this guy. Let's see if he has a transparent background. And he does. Broaden my view, make him a lot smaller to begin with. Oh, I accidentally flipped him. Let's redo that. Move him down here. Now, right click, duplicate. I want my spaceship to start going away. I'm going to start making it smaller. And I believe Alt button, I believe it's Shift on PC, Alt on Mac to make it scale down, yes, centered from itself. Right click. And I want him to start coming closer to me, so I'm going to enlarge him. It could be Control or Shift for the centered, enlarging, reducing. I can't remember for sure. Now, right click, duplicate. I want my ship to continue to be moving away. I'm going to move it up a little bit. Scale it down some more so it appears to be leaving. And I'm going to make my alien bigger so he's getting closer. Right click, duplicate. And move that center line, I should keep it centered. And scale down some more. Make him bigger. He's getting closer. And back here, as the spaceship moves away, I could go ahead and delete that, because the spaceship's not hovering there anymore. All right. Now, In this one, I'm going to duplicate again. Get rid of the spaceship. It is gone now. I'm going to make him a little bigger again. And now, right-click, duplicate. Just for fun, I'm going to have him disappear. Right-click, duplicate. I'm going to go back up here and copy him. Just him, Control-C. Go back to the slide, Control-V. And I'm going to make him a lot bigger. And center him in the page. I'm going to go back to this one and duplicate it a few times because I want him to disappear for a while. Again, like with the text, if you want a scene to remain the same for a while in your animation, you're going to want to duplicate it a bit. So, duplicate, duplicate. I'm probably not going to do this 7 times. Now, at any time, you can go back up to the top. Slide number 1, click on the thumbnail, press the down arrow key on your keyboard. You can press it quickly or slowly to see what your animation is looking like. Again, those 7 times give you a chance to read the words. And you can see the spaceships moving in, the light, the aliens, spaceships moving away, aliens getting closer. He's disappeared, and then all of a sudden, he pops there to frighten you. And he is only going to be a blip when you animate if it's only one slide, so I'm going to duplicate him a few times. And there you go. Now let's see what happens going quickly. And there he is. Now, once you get your animation the way you want it, you can publish it to the web. Now here's where you're going to be able to set the speed of your animation and make it self-propelled, and it can loop and start over on its own. You go to File, Publish to the web. Google Slides only gives you the option of lowering your speed, or increasing your speed, I should say, to every second per slide. Now once we publish it, I will show you how to make it even faster. I like for mine to start as soon as the player loads, so I have to click that box. I like for mine to loop back and start on their own. Restart the slideshow after the last slide. Click there, click Publish. Yes, I am sure I want to publish this selection. Automatically gives you your link to your animation. And it hints to copy it. It's Command-C to copy on a Mac, Control-C for a PC. So I'm going to copy my link. I'm going to open a new tab in the top bar. I'm going to Control-V to paste it. I'm going to go all the way to the end of my link, and you notice the 1000. That represents the second that we set it at, the 1 second, in milliseconds. If you see the MS here, that is milliseconds equal 1000. Starting here, you see start equals true and loop. So it's going to start automatically and loop on itself equals true and delay. That is the delay between slide transitions in 1000 milliseconds for 1 second. The smaller the number, the faster it's going to be. I'm going to backspace that out. I like to start trying it at 200. I'm going to press enter, and it's going to start automatically. And there you go, and it starts over automatically. Now, if you see things you like or don't like, you can make tweaks, changes, or save it as is. What I like to do is to pause it. I can click on it and pause it. Down here is the pause button as well. Here are your slides. I like to go back to slide number 1. Now if I wanted it to go faster, I would come back up here, go to the end. There's more code after our number now. I find my delay ms equals my 200. If I wanted it to go faster, I would make the number smaller. I want it to go just a little slower, so I'm going to say maybe 250. Press enter, see what that looks like. Now when I get it the way I want it, I can pause it. I like to pause it and go to slide 1. You're more assured that when the player clicks play, it will start on slide 1 if you do this when you get your link up here. I'm going to click up there to highlight my link, copy it. I'm going to go back to my presentation, close this. I like to paste my animation link in a comment on my original slideshow. You could put it down here in speaker notes, or put it in another file altogether, wherever you wanted to keep it. I'm going to paste it here, comment. So when I click that, it will go automatically to it. Starts on its own and loops. Now, if you were to make changes to any of the slides, add slides, take slides away, add more characters, change colors, whatever, you can do that. You can title this one, of course I should have done that in the beginning, but you could make a copy of this, title it a different title, or you can just make changes to your original file, however you want to do it. If you make changes when you go to File and Publish, your link is still there, but this link from this file will have whatever changes you made. Now you really don't have to change this. Now that you know that whatever the number is after the ms equals, you can start changing it to 200. I just started with going to every second and click here and here. Click here again and copy that and paste it. It will have whatever changes you've made to it in the animation. Now, these are essentially silent movies. There's not a lot of great ways to add sound to a Google Slide presentation as of now. Just recently, they did change it so that you can add audio. This particular version of it is not updated to that, but it would be under the Insert button. You see Insert Image, Text Box, Video, Shape, so on. It has a speaker icon and says Audio beside it. To my understanding as of now, you can put music or other sound bites or other things in each individual slide, or you can have background music or a voiceover or whatever going throughout from slide to slide. You can change the volume, etc. Like I said, this particular version is not updated to have that, but it is an option. How that will translate when you save this and publish it to the web, I'm not totally sure, but I believe it would translate over with the audio that you put in there. Now, a way to add sound to these is to take slide by slide and insert it into a movie making software such as Movie Maker, iMovie. Recently I tried Adobe Spark. That is a really neat little program. It is free. You can do a paid account where you can use for like your personal company to put your own brand or logo on it. The videos you create in Spark for free will have the Spark logo in the lower right hand corner. Now to save slide by slide, you can go to File, Download As, JPEG, PDF. Usually JPEG is what will go into a movie making software. Possibly PDFs. It just depends on your software. So you click on it. I would prefer to go down here to the last one first and then make my way upwards. It's going to put my downloads in a better sequence to upload them into the movie making software. So File, Download As, JPEG. Yes, I want to download. My Mac puts it up here with the download symbol. And you would go to the next one, click on the thumbnail, File, Download As, JPEG. Yes. Now you notice it has Alien Invasion for the first one, Alien Invasion 1, and then the next one will be Alien Invasion 2, and so on and so on and so on. It just depends on how you want to store those. You could rename them however you want to do it. For PC, right now I believe most of them from Google is going to put them down here. Each downloaded file will appear down here as they are downloaded. So then you would drag those one by one or in order all at one time into your movie making software. And like iMovie, you can add sound effects, voice recordings, music, special effects, a lot of different things. And in Adobe Spark, it doesn't have quite as many options, but it's very simple. It has some very nice selections of music, special effects, and other things that you can do in Adobe Spark to make a quick video. And it's very easy to share your Adobe Spark videos to Facebook and other formats. So I hope this helps you with creating your Google Slide animations. If you have any questions, please let me know. My email is brinsonj, that's BRINSONJ, at pit.k12.nc.us. You can email me and request information, help. I would love to answer any questions that you have. Just let me know what you think about this, and if you need me to redo this and make some changes, or if you'd like to see other options, etc., just let me know, and I'd be more than happy to help. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.